Been a little while. Garson channel. Let's do an update. I don't know if it's quick. I don't know if it's long. It's off the script. And first and foremost, as always, I really appreciate you watching. That's why there are no ads in this video. And we're going to talk about some of those things. If you were on the Discord or you saw my stream 2 weeks ago, I kind of explained this, but I still feel obliged, obligated, and happily obligated. I should have put this out 2 weeks ago, and I apologize for that, so a big thank you. So this is Sen, especially if you're new to this channel and for some reason you wanted to tune in, but for everyone who's been watching. Anyway, I'm tired. Am I tired with the YouTube? No, not even close. Am I tired with BG3? No. Tired of streaming? No. Videos? No. I want to do all that stuff. I'm tired because don't like talking about myself. I don't like talking about the channel. I don't like meta stuff. I don't like YouTuber updates and all that, but I've been convinced that you guys like that. You just want to know what's going on. And so I'm tired because I spend a lot of my time now in the mornings working just to have a little time in the middle of the day so that I can rest up, and then I can spend time at night working so that I can go to sleep, so I can get up in the morning and I can go working. And why am I working that much? YouTube's not my primary focus or priority. It's what I would like to be primarily focused on, but priority-wise, it comes second, maybe third. And again, not getting into a lot of myself. If it was just my living situation that I had to care about, I'd probably say F it after everything that happened. But I'm responsible for a few others. And so that comes first. And when an issue, specifically with my plumbing, my waste, my water, right? I would be ripped away from a video or a stream or have to cancel or whatever. And I'd have to go take care of that for literally hours on end, 8-hour shift to be my own plumber. And that sucks. But that's okay. And when it rains, it pours. And I'll keep it simple because like I said, don't really want to get into all this stuff, but I wanted to share just enough to explain why. Why are you so tired? Tired in a good way, because I had to make the decision of what am I going to lose it all? Let these people down, let myself down? Or am I gonna have to take care of this? And unfortunately, you guys watching are gonna have to be put on pause, and everyone's been really receptive. I really appreciate that. But for those who weren't tuned in, that's as much as I'm willing to share about it. And I just wanted to say, if you are watching, when it rains, it pours. When problems show up, they never conveniently show up spaced out. So if you're freaking out and you're frustrated and you have that fight or flight response, all I can say is, I just sat there and said, throw the clock away. Who cares if things are piling up? Who cares? At this point, I expect things bad to go wrong, whatever. But I don't care to give up. So I just started taking care of it one at a time. Something I had learned a long time ago. So I just took care of it one at a time. Is it all fixed now? Everything other than that main plumbing problem. Because man, there were some stupid problems. It was getting frustrated. But I had reached a point where I had to make a decision, and I want to talk about this in a moment in that section about YouTubes and dollars and stuff, and we'll talk about it. So I did what I had to do, and I'm not going to come on YouTube or any other platform and beg for money, because that's not why I do this thing. And that's just as blunt as I'm always going to be blunt about it. Maybe to a fault, but I feel like sharing that with you, right? I just rarely do I like talking about me. This channel is about whatever I want it to be about. It is Garson channel. It's my channel. I'm selfish. I'm egotistical. I'm obviously crazy, but I'm happy you guys watch. I really appreciate that. And I'm sorry this video took so long to come out and say some pretty basic stuff. Oh, life happens. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, you're working. Yeah, yeah. But I'm not doing it begrudgingly. I'm happily making those decisions to take care of my own crap, getting my vehicle back on the rails, and getting that momentum back. And I want to talk about momentum in a second, but I think a lot of people know what I'm talking about. Don't ever lose momentum, it sucks. But if it does happen, just get it back on the rails. So I wanted to say enough about me for a second. How are you? Genuinely. I may come as a shock, because I really, I don't know, I don't want to get into a whole rant. But I like being on YouTube. I like making content. I even like making a video explaining what the hell's going on with me, for those interested. And I like it because I like hearing that I put you to sleep just because you wanted to hear my voice. That's amazing. I don't get mad at that. That was like such a surprise when I started making content or streaming. It was actually kind of great. But I don't put everybody to sleep, thankfully. I entertain people somehow. I make people laugh, and that, I don't think you realize how much that makes me laugh, how that puts a big smile on me. But even stuff like the Merkel guide, that video got no views when I put it out. Now I have tons of comments on that Merkel honor guide where people are like, bro, I can get to Act 3. I can play honor mode with my team the way I want to play because I understand the fight and I had so much fun beating it. Thank you. And I'm like, that's awesome. And I've wanted to make Answer videos or Cazador videos. I know you guys requested it. Trust me. I want to make those videos. So genuinely, I hope you're doing well. How are you? If you want to tell me in the comments or see me in the chat, jump on the Discord. But thanks for all the support. And I don't mean the support of coming on here and crying about dollars on YouTube. Because I'm going to tell you why I made that decision and why it was so tough for me is because I don't think a lot of you guys think it's a bad thing, and I don't think it's a bad thing either, but I don't want to come on here, make content, and then turn around and be like, hey, you know, for the few watching me, or one day if I have millions watching me, if I don't do this to beg you to fix my problems, I'll gladly go work morning and night to fix my own stuff so that when I get on here, it's because I wanted to devote my time, my money, my passion, I guess, or just have some fun on here. Maybe stop being so serious like I am right now. So that's why I didn't jump on and try and beg for dollars, and I don't ever want to do that. And if we're being frank, I don't want to get into a full rant. I don't really like channels. I don't like watching other channels, and I get a minute into a video I'm really vibing with, and there's a freaking ad placement, and here's the sponsor of today's video. And that's why I joke around and say, today's sponsor is you. And that's why this video, just a channel update, should not have advertisements running. I have control over that stuff. For those who aren't aware, I absolutely set out to make a YouTube channel to make money. Make no mistake. But I'll do it my way. Even if I gotta work night and day, I don't care. I'll do it my way. I won't. I'm taking this so seriously, but I don't want to follow trends, and I don't want AI to tell me to make automated generated comments to tell you guys generic comments responding to my video comments. If only if you know, you know, but if you don't, you wouldn't believe some of the stupid stuff this platform shoves in my face. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't have any, unlike every YouTuber, it seems, I don't really hate YouTube. I think it's amazing. And I frankly don't really want to be on Twitch, if I had to be honest, while we're talking about this stuff. And maybe I'll continue trying to dual stream if I stay on Twitch. I'm going to try and really learn it to master it, because that's how I am. But I guess what I'm saying is all this time working night and day, literally, it's given me a lot of time to reframe and remember that I do YouTube and I do content. Whatever I'm going to put out there is because I want to. And I'm happy you guys are watching and it's entertaining, or it's something you can sleep to, or you just want to be here for the ride. And I'm getting it back on the rails, and I want to build up momentum because, frankly, just so I can put it on the record, I failed a few of my goals. Really simple goals I'm pissed off to myself about. And then, sure enough, all this stuff happens. And there's no sense whining or crying about it. you just get back up and try at it again. So make no mistake, my goal is to be successful here, but I have fun streaming and making videos and hanging out with you guys. And I'd like to keep that going and make it better and better and better. And if it brings in enough dollars one day that it can just be my primary focus, that's a blessing. That's amazing. And so that's what the future is. That's the course we're setting out. Once we get the vehicle back on track, once I build up a little more momentum, because I almost got down to 0 momentum, and here we are, late video explaining everything. But all I can say is I'm just excited to get back into it. And it's going to take a little bit more time. Now that things are solidifying for me, like I said, I personally like working. I don't know. Maybe I'm throwing shade here, but I think it keeps you anchored, especially on something like YouTube. You don't get out and interact with the real world. You go a little crazy. And I had a taste of that. And it's nice to get the other taste, the taste of just being back and doing something directly, face to face, so to speak. But the future is always bright. And hopefully in the future I can do a lot of the things I set out to do YouTube in the first place. I want to share some stuff, like an old drawing in the background here. I want to tell stories, and I want to make cool original content. But I also want to play VG3. I also want to play video games. I also want to stream. I also want to hang out with you. I also want to just have some fun, make you laugh, put you to sleep, whatever it is. So I look forward to that, and hopefully you do too. And I guess we'll cut it there, and I'll be happy to return in a little bit. So thank you once again. I'll see you soon.